Let's talk about tissue formation. As a reminder, I'm in section 1-2 in chapter 1 of the Biology Review book for MCAT by Kaplan. One of the unique characteristics of eukaryotic cells is the formation of tissues with division of labor, as different cells in a tissue may carry out different functions. For example, in the heart, some cells participate in the conduction pathways, while others cause contraction. Still others serve a supportive role, maintaining structural integrity of the organ. Here's something to remember. There are 4 main tissue types: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue, and nervous tissue. While muscle and nervous tissue are considered more extensively in subsequent chapters, here we're exploring epithelial and connective tissues. Epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissues cover the whole body and line its cavities, providing a means for protection against pathogen invasion and desiccation. In certain organs, epithelial cells are involved in absorption, secretion, and sensation. To remain one cohesive unit, epithelial cells are tightly joined to each other and to an underlying layer of connective tissue known as the basement membrane. Epithelial cells are highly diverse and serve numerous functions depending on the identity of the organ in which they are found. In most organs, epithelial cells constitute the parenchyma. Parenchyma is spelled P-A-R-E-N-C-H-Y-M-A. The parenchyma are the functional parts of the organ. For example, nephrons in the kidney, hepatocytes in the liver, and acid-producing cells of the stomach are all composed of epithelial cells. Epithelial cells are often polarized, meaning that one side faces a lumen, that's the hollow inside of an organ or tube, or the outside world, while the other side interacts with an underlying blood vessel and structural cells. For example, in our small intestine, one side of a cell will be involved in absorption of nutrients from the lumen, while the other side will be involved in releasing those nutrients into circulation for use in the rest of the body. We can classify different epithelia according to the number of layers they have and the shape of their cells. Simple epithelia have one layer of cells. Stratified epithelia have multiple layers. And pseudostratified epithelia appear to have multiple layers due to differences in cell height, but in reality only have one layer. Turning to shape, cells may be classified as cuboidal, columnar, or squamous. As their names imply, cuboidal epithelial cells are cube-shaped, whereas columnar cells are long and thin, like a column. Finally, squamous cells are flat and scale-like. Moving on to connective tissue. Connective tissue supports the body and provides a framework for the epithelial cells to carry out their functions. Whereas epithelial cells contribute to the parenchyma of an organ, connective tissues are the main contributors to the stroma or support structure. Examples of connective tissue include bone, cartilage, tendons, ligaments, adipose tissue, and blood. Most cells in connective tissues produce and secrete materials such as collagen and elastin to form the extracellular matrix.